Hey everyone, these are my thoughts on the news that Christian Bale would be open to make a comeback as Batman in The Flash. Um, so this dropped a couple days ago, and basically, I don't know where the report came from, but basically Christian Bale has said that he would be open to coming back to play Batman. Let's see. According to a recent report by We Got This Covered, Warner Brothers Studios has reached out to Christian Bale to play his version of Bruce Wayne in the forthcoming Flash movie. Um, and Christian Bale said he's open and he's interested in reprising the character, but has one condition, and that would he would only do it if Christopher Nolan, who of course was the director of the Dark Knight trilogy, approves of the idea. Um, and I honestly don't think Christian Bale should do this. Um, the Dark Knight trilogy is a very unique trilogy. It's one of the best movie trilogies out there, and it's always had a very I don't know, pristine feel to it. And this is one of the reasons why we haven't seen Batman a full grown Bruce Wayne, because of course there was the Gotham TV series, but that didn't really feature Batman until like the last episode or whatever. But we haven't really seen Batman in a live action role outside of the Batman vs Superman movies with Ben Affleck. We haven't seen a live action Batman since Christian Bale, because Warner Brothers wanted to keep that movie franchise movie franchise feeling unique and pristine, and they it made Batman very popular, and so they didn't want to muddy the waters with that at all, I guess. Um, so I think the idea of a Flash movie with um, I don't even know if Michael Keaton. So this Flash movie is supposedly going to be kind of like a um, reset for the DCEU, and it'll kind of be like a Flashpoint movie where Flash time travels and will kind of reset the working DCEU. Um, so apparently this is gonna have Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton. I think Keaton has been confirmed, but I'm not exactly sure about that. But I don't see Christian Bale as being part of this as necessary. Like Michael Keaton will play an older Batman, an old Bruce Wayne, which would make perfect sense for a movie where Flash travels to the future, or to a different multiverse, I guess. So apparently they're bringing in the multiverse heavy-handed now. Um, they've been doing it in the TV shows for like 5 years now, probably, and Marvel is doing it too with Spider Verse, of course. So I don't really know how I feel about multiverses being a primary story engine. I prefer. I have to say I just prefer um, story engines that don't rely on multi-dimensional travel or anything like that, because it always leads to confusion, and I'm fine with it for one movie to kind of like reset everything, and get the DCEU back on track, and hopefully they'll be able to pull, make theirs more like um, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, so Um, I guess we'll see what Christian Bale ends up doing and what Nolan ends up saying. I wouldn't blame Nolan one bit though if he was like, I'd rather just keep this universe separate and on its own. And it's also kind of putting Christopher Nolan in a rough spot because if Christian Bale has said, okay, I'll do this, but really it's up to Christopher Nolan. So then if Christopher Nolan says no, well then Christopher Nolan looks like the bad guy. I mean, I get Bale is just being honest, but it does put Christopher Nolan into a rough spot, and I think Bale should have talked to Christopher Nolan first before getting back to Warner Brothers or before whoever got this information was released. Um, oh yeah, so here you go, Michael Keaton to return as Batman for Barry Allen. Um, so it does look like it's confirmed for Michael Keaton. Um, so obviously, if Christian Bale was to come back, the hype would be insane. But again, it would feel I feel like it would like seem cheap almost in a way. It's like, oh yeah, we got Christian Bale, come see our movie because we got Christian Bale. A movie should be able to stand on its own, regardless of having a big name featured in it. I mean, obviously Affleck is a big name, Michael Keaton is a big name. But they already have those guys. They don't need to get Christian Bale coming from the most popular Batman movies period of all time to sell their movie, and that's what this feels like. And I don't see what kind of a story impact Christian Bale would have other than just having him in there to have him in there. And I mean, what's it gonna look like? Because Batman is supposed to be dead. I mean, well, not supposed to be dead. Everybody thinks he's dead because at the end of The Dark Knight Rises, everybody thought they saw him get blown up by a nuke. So, how are they gonna explain his coming back? And unless Christian Bale just stays Bruce Wayne the whole time, I don't know. So basically, that's all I have to say is I don't think Christian Bale should do it, and I don't think it's a great idea. And so that's basically it for this video. Oh yeah, Robert Pattinson. I want to talk about this too. So Robert Pattinson just got accepted. Well, not just got accepted. His movie is coming out, and he's been cast as the new Batman. And now it's like all of these other previous Batmans are getting to come back right when he thought he was going to be the only one getting to play the character. That just kind of would suck for him, I think. He's put in the work to become Batman and has, I'm sure, high hopes of his movie doing well and us getting a new series with him as Batman. And it just feels like kind of a weird time for them to be now bringing back Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck, and then if this happens, Christian Bale. You have a new Batman. Let's focus on him first, and then I guess you could worry about fixing the DCEU. But I think Warner Brothers is really seeing an opening because Marvel has been kind of dead in the water in terms of their cinematic universe ever since Endgame. Because I mean, Spider-Man: Far From Home was, I guess, a fine. It was like an entertaining 2 hours, I guess, but nobody really remembers that movie. And Black Widow keeps getting pushed off because of COVID, And now 2020 is not going to have a Marvel movie at all. And so I think Warner Brothers is figuring the time is right for them to try and come out swinging with their movies. And I don't know, I'm just hoping that they get it right instead of wasting this opportunity. And I don't think having Christian Bale come back as Batman, yes, it would create a ton of hype, but I also wouldn't want it to cheapen the Dark Knight trilogy. Because when I feel like when Brandon Routh came back as Superman in the CW TV series, yeah, it was. I mean, obviously, TV series don't have the movies that TV series don't have the budget that movies have. That's what I meant to say. So, of course, the suit looked cheaper. The flying looked way cheaper. Way. It was so bad. And also, um, they just didn't do a great job. I didn't feel like they did a great job bringing in, because like it was supposedly the Superman from Superman Returns, which was a soft reboot from Christopher Reeves Superman, but it was also like a soft continuation. And so then we get this, Kingdom Come version of Superman. And he's supposed to be the Superman Returns Superman from the 2006 movie. But the writers for the crossover decided that this Superman was going to have, like, basically Lois and Jimmy and Perry White and all of his friends got gassed by, it seemed like, the Joker. They never said for sure, but it was pretty clear that they were talking about the Joker. Um, and yeah, it just the makeup wasn't good. The suit was over. I mean, the suit itself, I guess, was all right. It still looked pretty cheap, but it just did not feel like the same Superman we saw in Superman Returns. Uh, so I think if they had, like, I was excited when I heard Brandon Routh was coming back to play Superman as the Kingdom Come Superman, but it shouldn't have been the same Superman that he played, you know, 14 years ago. Well, pretty much 15 years ago, when you consider filming time. Um, but yeah, it just did not fit, and even like Brandon Routh's acting was not consistent to how he acted in the movie, and yeah. So anyway, all that to say, I don't like this idea of Bale coming back, and it probably sucks a little bit for Robert Pattinson too, because he thought he was going to be the only Batman as of like a year ago, and then Warner Brothers is now making all these plans with the with the Flash movie. So it's like the Flash movie is going to be titled The Flash, but it's going to have like at least two different Batmans, if not three different Batmans. So I think the movie should be renamed to something either like Flashpoint or something like that, because basically that's what it's going to be, or rename it to Flash meets Batman or something. I don't know. What would be a good name for that? I don't know. And also, I'm not looking forward to seeing Ezra Miller again as Flash, but I mean, he's already set to play the character, and whatever. I can deal with it, I guess, for now, for getting a rebooted DCEU, but Grant Gustin makes a way better Barry Allen. And I mean, they already did a crossover with Ezra Miller and Barry Allen in the TV show. So if they could just somehow replace Ezra Miller with Grant Gustin now, that would be perfect. But don't see that happening. Um, wow, I was able to add like another 5 minutes or so. Even 6 minutes talking about Superman in a Batman video. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Let me know what you think in the comments. Talk to you later. Bye.